just think it's a violation of human rights. To be honest,
It's not. According to the Human Rights Commissioner
well,
of BC, it is not.
it's a violation to my human rights.
You can take that to the Human Rights Commissioner, but please read her report. It says that it's not.
All right.
And she is the highest piece of the land. I mean, in BC, if you wish, you'd have to take it through the whole Human Rights Commission tribunal process, which would take several years, given what we're experiencing with some things that are there right now. And then you'd be able to go to the Supreme Court of BC and the Supreme Court of Canada. But the Human Rights Commissioner has basically already said that no, not believing in the science, and not a misunderstanding and a misinterpretation of the science is not grounds for a human rights complaint.
But they don't. They can't use that because they can't say there's no long-term effects because there hasn't been long-term.
This is about ensuring that as many people are protected.
Now, my question with the union is: if you guys agree to this, or is it if it comes from the Human Rights Commission, and if let's say something did go wrong, is the union going to accommodate financial responsibility or medical responsibilities that the people are going to have in case anything goes wrong?
That's the employer's place.
So are you guys doing a deal with that in mind? Like saying, hey, you guys are requesting this. Is there an insurance from...
No, I mean, here's the thing. We are there to ensure that the contract is maintained.
I know, but is that being...
So what I'm saying is this becomes something that is negotiated between the union, the council, and our friends at the DGC and UBCP, something that is bargained, and we find the process. But the minute that is done, it is on the employer to ensure, and WorkSafe BC would be the one who would be looking after you. We would help you through that process because we have someone who does.
So is it up to us to require them to be responsible, or is the union?
It's part of the labor code. You know, if they're asking for this, they're going to have to cover any issues. But if you're talking about something that can happen 6 or 7 years from now, that's probably going to be a little bit difficult because most film productions, they last for however long it goes. But the thing is that it's not about that. It's about, and it's not so much about the Human Rights Commissioner, it's about the PHO, who has said that businesses can look at this and come back to us with...
No, but I mean, you're saying it's not about that, but that's what it is about for me. I like to know that if I get injected and my jaw falls off next week, or in 7 years, that you guys have worked out a contract with the employer saying, hey, this guy's jaw fell off. We need to take care of him.
It would come under WorkSafe BC, and WorkSafe BC would.
Well, I would really like our union to be negotiating that part.
We don't negotiate with your WorkSafe BC. WorkSafe B answers to the.
But you guys are the ones that
higher jurisdiction than our law.
But the agreements that you guys are making should be considering that. That's my point. Those are considerations.
Anything that is work related is under the auspices of WorkSafe BC. So if there's mandatory vaccination policies, I'm sure something may come of that. I can ask the question what WorkSafe is thinking about all that.
Yes.
I do have a meeting with them later this week.
Perfect.
I can't answer for WorkSafe because I don't work for WorkSafe. Right? And I'm not part of their policy plans. But if it's, I would think I'm spitballing, but I can't answer that question. And the union's not going to negotiate that because it's not our responsibility. This is about safe work environments, which is the responsibility of the employer. And then that is completely overseen by WorkSafe BC. The union does not have the ability to shut down sets. Only WorkSafe BC does. Or the police, or the fire department, if they happen to be there for an accident.
No, it's not. It's not shutting down. It's assuring responsibility for effects that might happen, or and that should be in the negotiation. It's like, okay, you guys are mandating this. That's great. We'll have our people vaccinated. That's
question. Look, I'm not going to be bargaining that. I'm not going to even say whether we're bargaining that or not, because I don't know what their plan is. Until I see a plan in front of me and understand what they're doing, I can't answer that question, and I won't answer that question.
all right.
Because we don't have anything in front of us. We've had some requests. We had one show that said they wanted to do it, and we said, look at what the Human Rights Commission, the PHO, and your labor lawyers say, and then come back and talk to us. They haven't come back and talked to us.
Okay.
Because it's not as simple as it is in the United States.
No, I'm sure it's just complicated. There's black and white and a whole bunch of gray in between.
Well, it's not even black and white and gray in between. It's just that, you cross there's a border. And just because you've done a deal south of it doesn't mean it applies north. And, it was easy enough with PCR testing because it's, pretty non-invasive.
Yeah.
Tickles, but it's pretty non-invasive compared to the brain tickler you get when you go see the province. And I have friends in Georgia who are getting that 3 times a week with the province test, because that's all that their show can get. But, you have to do what you need to do to protect everybody.
Yes.
And that's what the vaccines are. The vaccines are about promoting.
No, they're not.